Amazon. Greetings, YouTube cyclists. Al here from New York Explorer, and tonight we're going to be reviewing some cycling lights I just purchased from Amazon, and these are some of the best cycling lights you can get right now on Amazon. Welcome, New York Explorer. I got a few lights here from Amazon.com I recently received, and these are the best lights right now you can buy on Amazon. Brings me to a point. Most of these lights, of course, are under $20. A lot of these lights also receive unsatisfactory reviews from Amazon users. Hey, you get what you pay for, morons. You can't expect to get everything you want out of a light or any product on Amazon if you're going to pay a real cheap price for it. I mean, that's common sense. First light is the Old Bird light. Comes with direction manual, of course. The Old Bird light, I think I paid about $16 for the Old Bird light. There's a few other vendors that sell this exact light, but not as cheap as Old Bird. But it's still the same exact light. When you buy this light, do the simple thing. None of these lights are truly waterproof. Cover up the power button with electrical tape. Cover up the rim of the light, the lens, with electrical tape. And cover up the USB port with electrical tape. You do that, the light is 100% waterproof. And double hold it. And this light is extremely bright. I used it last night on medium mode for about 2 hours and only drained 10% of the battery. Very impressed. The Old Bird light comes with this useless tail light. I would only use this if you've got no other tail light available to you. The Old Bird light comes with this mounting bracket. Very poor choice. If you tighten this bracket too much, it will break off. You can typically buy replacement brackets, but they're not always available. When the light's on, push it in, you can pull it out. When you mount it to the bracket, when you hear a little click, that means it's securely on the bracket. Let's get rid of that one. Second light is the Zewdov light, Z-E-W-D-O-V. Once again, cover up the USB port with electrical tape. Cover up the power button with electrical tape. And if it's pouring outside, cover up the rim area here around the lens with electrical tape. That'll guarantee this light stays waterproof. And it is extremely bright. And it has several modes to it. So keep that in mind. Hold it down for a couple seconds. That shuts it off. You can either just use the floodlight pattern or the high beam pattern, or use both together. Using both of them at the same time, of course, is going to consume a lot of the battery power. Last night I found it was bright enough to ride on city streets just using the flood pattern. When I plugged it in this morning, it only took about 40 minutes to recharge this light. Very impressed with it. Not so impressed with the bracket. Again, this is just a poor plastic mounting bracket. Saves the vendor a lot of money on the price of the light. In cold weather, this part right here, the stem area, can just snap right off. Even if you tighten it up too much on your handlebar, it'll break right off. So be aware of that. This is a twist on. Just install the light in here, twist it, and it's on. This is the tail light that came with the Zewdov. This is much better than the Old Bird light. Several different modes to it. and just hold it down and that shuts it off. Pretty impressed with this little tail light. Again, you can use this on your fork, handlebar, seat post, seat stay, whatever tickles your fancy. Next light I want to show you is the mutter light, Mudder. Mutter comes as a set, and if the light looks familiar to you, that's because Canway Lights sells the same exact light for $32. The Mutter light sells for $16. Red, blue, and then you have a red-blue flash. That'll definitely capture someone's attention. Hold it down, that shuts it off. Again, not waterproof. Despite what all these brands and vendors on Amazon say about their products being waterproof, they are not waterproof. Once you get moisture inside the light, and I've had many of these until I realized how to solve the problem, you're going to get moisture in them. And one way to solve it, take electrical tape, cover it up completely, cover up that USB port with electrical tape. Make sure you cover up the power button completely with electrical tape. And it still functions. The only difference is that when it's raining, snowing out, when it's foggy or humid out, you're not going to get any type of moisture in the light. And yeah, if it's humid outside, once these LED lights get hot, as they cool down, yeah, you'd be surprised how moisture can actually get inside it. And then people start reporting that the light doesn't work, and they write all kinds of nasty reviews on Amazon because they're not being smart about it. This is a very impressive light by Viccux. Same with Viccux lights, this entire thing is plastic. Yeah, that's why it's so light. Not very good at heat dissipation. This will get pretty warm if you keep it on high settings. So be aware of that. In hot weather, you might not want to use high settings for too long. And as you can see, it's got the flash mode here. Sometimes I'd like to use the front light on the seat post, simply because if I'm on a dark trail at night, I want to see what's absolutely behind me. And it's got a flash mode as well. And if you prefer, you can use both modes. And it's really a nice light. I was playing around with all the modes of this light for 2 hours last night. Plugged it into the computer. Only took about 30 minutes to recharge. But again, in any weather situation, cover up the power buttons, the port, the USB port, and cover up the rim with electrical tape. That's going to guarantee that the light stays waterproof. When you insert the USB charging cable, which is right here, and it's nice, it's a twin charging cable, so you can charge both Viccux lights at the same time. When you install that USB cord, be very gentle. Don't force it in, don't ram it in, don't pull it out real fast, and the light will last you. Once the USB port breaks, that's it. And you're out of 17 bucks. It might not seem like a lot of money to a lot of people, but hey, to people like me, 17 bucks is a lot of money. This is the seat post light, the rear light. Again, many modes. Last night I kept stopping my bike and changing the modes, and yeah, really impressed with it though. Very bright. Is it bright enough to be seen in the daytime? Yeah, it is. For me, though, I'd like to keep the light on a simple pulse mode. The pulse mode is what's going to make the battery last the longest on rides. If you use all the lights together, keep in mind that's more battery power the lights are consuming. If you're on a long ride and you're on a quiet nature trail, just use the floodlight pattern, and that'll last for a very long time. With any of these bike lights, keep in mind that it's always smart to have a battery charger with you. I carry one of these extra battery chargers. This one's by ONN, On, and had it for years, still functions. Just make sure that all the lights are lit up so you know it's fully recharged. So if you're in the middle of nowheres and your headlights need charging, like you're camping or you're on a long century ride at night, yeah, you can definitely use this to charge. And it doesn't weigh anything. It's only about 4 ounces in weight, but it'll completely charge at least one of your headlights and probably 2 of these lights, as well as your cell phone. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, folks.